does that when it shows up and then it goes to the same. That needs to fix
I think we got an echo too, fellas.
We do.
I don't hear it.
Well, hey to everybody first. it was like echo at first. I hear. Hey fam, what's going on? Welcome to the Steve's podcast. We have the one and only Steve Lewis and the music encyclopedia Los himself. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
What's happening, bro?
What's up?
Well, I tell you this, starting off, I know that I said that we're straight YouTube, but I think that I am linked to my page right now. So for everybody who is even coming on my page, go ahead and switch over and click that link and go to our YouTube page, just in case we have any interruption. And we don't want to have any, so we're making a transition. We're making a transition to get over there. So again, if you can, go ahead and click that link or go to the Steve's Podcast Reacts and go ahead and click that link and watch us from YouTube rather than Facebook. We are trying to get our stuff together and not let the folks keep disrupting our groove. You know what I'm saying? Like we tired of that. You know what I'm saying? We the Steve Podcast. We ain't got to do that. Amen. Amen to that. Amen. So what's popping, fellas, man? What's going on in y'all world real quick before we get started on this awesome conversation?
Busy, man. Busy.
Well, Steve, that's not anything new coming from you being the man.
No, it's on a whole nother level. Yeah. And I'm gonna fix it too. I'm gonna put a stop to it.
You gonna fix it? You gonna fix it, bro?
Don't worry about it. I got you.
You gonna fix it?
I'm gonna fix it. We gonna fix it right on up, bro.
Oh, that's what's up. Hey, La Jessica, what's up? La Jessica, go to YouTube, gal. I see you. Hey, go and click on the YouTube. Go to that link and click on.
We are bound to get shut down.
Well, today will be the day that we will get shut down. Today will be the day.
You got 10-second shutdown today.
No doubt. Lo, what's up with you, man? What's going on your side of the world, bro?
Nothing, man. Just chilling. Yeah. Busy. Got the kids.
You the man, Lo. You the man, Lo. You the man, bro. You the man. Yeah, well, we're glad to have you on, man. We're glad to have you on. You always an excellent special guest for us, man. I tell you, we're gonna have to make you a regular, bro, because you always keep us on point. I'm telling you, if I didn't have your knowledge going through, boy, we've been messed up a couple of shows. So I totally get it. That's what's up, man. Sure. Man, listen, folks. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll do that later on the later part of the show. Yeah, we'll do that later part of the show. We get ready to end. So, but listen, folks, as everybody getting ready to come in and everybody's watching, we have a conversation that was actually sparked from our last show about two of the greatest producers, songwriters in our R&B history that in my lifetime, I don't know about everybody else's lifetime, but in my lifetime, probably two of the greatest writers or producers in the R&B realm. And they did have a verses, but y'all didn't hear our take about it, though. You know what I'm saying? Which I think I'm sure is going to come from a different perspective of what maybe some of you all may have heard. So I want to talk about it, man. Can we have this conversation about Babyface being one of the greatest producer songwriters of all time and the discussion of matching that with Teddy Riley? Can we have that discussion today? Can we have it? I've done my homework. Let me just say that. And I'm not gonna say who I had before, but I'm gonna say that I was persuaded after doing my homework to think a little different than I did going into the study. So I'm excited to start to break this stuff down. And Steve, I'm always sure that you're gonna make me look at something differently because guess what? And your brother, you're pretty influential. You understand that? That's Jessica. I hear you. Let me say this about you, bro. You still one of the greatest influences in my life. You know why? Because you know what I was listening to this morning?
What?
Music. I'm still bopping that record.
Hey,
I'm still listening to that record.
On that one, my boy. You know,
I'm still listening to that record.
That is one of the greatest records of all time.
But they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it.
Nobody want to. Okay, I'm John.
They don't want to talk about it.
My boy.
That's all I'm saying.
That's
so
it.
Anyway,
I'm
telling you, still my record. So I mean, I know that you're gonna have some input here, and then of course the music encyclopedia, who knows all, is gonna totally help us with the stuff we're gonna miss for sure. With his knowledge of just the whole thing and just his view on music, on these two great writers all together. So. Steve, let's start with you, man. Tell me, when was the first time that you heard something that was produced by Babyface, and what was that first track?
So, here's the very strange thing about Babyface, and the strange thing about people's ability to do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
You always find a way to identify with it, even if you don't know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's something about the way they do that thing that if you've never met them, you identify with it. Mm-hmm. I'm about to play one of my favorite, man, when I was growing up, we couldn't listen to blues music is what we called it. But man, I'm going to tell you, I went over my aunt's house back in the day and this song was playing. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up. But bro, when I heard this song, I thought this song was so cool. And I can't even tell you as a lad what drew me to this song.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even tell you why I like this song. But to me, it was something in the way that the song, I don't know, grooved, maybe the chords, but I didn't know too many chords at the time. But my point is that even when somebody is good at what they do, even when you don't know that they're doing it, you can tell that it's something special about it. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
This is the first time I've ever heard of Babyface. And I only found out years and years later that it was Babyface.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to share my screen.
Okay.
Sounds like a Midnight Star record coming. Oh, Rocksteady.
Oh. Whoa. I did not know that.
What?
Babyface wrote this?
Babyface wrote this, my boy.
I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, that's cool, man.
I'm in the game with that track.
I love this track. I did not know that he did it, though. Hey, Los, that's a mic. That was a band. You know, that was a band drill right there. Yes, sir. Hey, what's up, Trina?
Hey, okay. Can we? Do we need to shut this off right now?
Like, hold up. Hey, Trina, we're going over to you go click on our YouTube link. Because just in case we get cut off. So we just letting everybody know that. Yeah, that was a circle drill, Trina. It was. Hey, Trina, go over to the other link. Man, that was one of our we drew the heck out that song at Alcorn. Mm-hmm. But let's go back, bro. I did not know that Babyface wrote that.
Absolutely.
Hey, that's a new one for me. I didn't know he wrote that.
I'm gonna tell you, I hope I can find it. But he did a full-fledged demo of it. He was singing the whole thing.
Wow.
I need to find it, bro. It's crazy. Babyface was singing the whole thing, all of the parts.
Wow. Really?
Yes, sir.
Trinity, there's the link right there. Okay, thank you. Somebody for putting in that. There's the link in the comments. Wow, bro. That's big, man. I didn't know that. Thank you for bringing that up, Steve.
Bro.
Thank you for bringing that
But
up.
you see what I was saying? Like,
I get it.
He loved that song.
Yeah.
We didn't.
But
know.
I didn't know exactly. Absolutely.
You were today years old when you found out.
Right.
I
exactly.
was like a few years old when I found out. I was like,
wow.
No wonder I like the doggone song.
I get it.
The art, like the guy, he's a master.
He is. I agree with that. Lo, what about you, man? What was the first Babyface song that you heard that took you?
This one's gonna take you back.
Hey, y'all. Hey, I found it. Just check this out, just a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Wow. Wow.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Dude.
And
I'm gonna have to peep that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right. Okay. Lo, what you got? What was your Babyface moment?
Now, here the crazy part is I didn't know this until later on. Slow Jams, Midnight Star. That's a Babyface song.
Really?
I did know that. I did know that. Yep.
And he ended up doing the remake too for Usher.
Yeah.
You know, he did the original, then he turned around and produced the remake.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. But I didn't find that out until like years later. I was like, wait,
that's right.
He did the original too?
Oh, damn. Okay, this is about to be a runaway.
Mm-hmm. It is. Hey, it is.
Out. Because here's the thing about what happened during the verses. The verses made it appear closer than actually what it was.
Yeah.
Well, Face was taking it easy on him.
I think he was taking it easy, bro. He was taking it easy on him, bro.
Yep.
Because when you go back to classics, you really can't, man. Like, dude.
No, I know.
You're right, Lo.
I know.
He was taking that out on him, man. He was taking it easy on him.
Well, listen.
Like, how you gonna do my brother like that?
I listen. This tune right here for me was one of my well, I didn't know he wrote it, but I just used to bump it. Like, so it was like I was introduced to it and I heard and I was like, oh, it's just so funky, man, this track right here. But I didn't know he had written it until later, and I was like, that sound like a Babyface track. But let me bump this real quick.
Because everybody
it's a band too.
I want to say this. We know that even as musicians, we play a lot of the same stuff. So if you study Babyface, you notice that a lot of his stuff.
Exactly. Oh, some patterns. He got some patterns in there. He use a lot
of the same chords. He used a lot of the same transitions. So a lot of the same passages. I mean, he's great at it. But he
is, man. He is. But here's the track, man. I did not know that he had written this track, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna play just a little bit of it. So, here we go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I knew this.
Wait. Can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
I can't hear it. Hold on. Y'all hear that? I can't hear it. Man.
That's his background vocals. Well, his and hers.
Is that, bro? That thing so funky, that old boy. want to write this for the band so bad, man. I get so hot when I'm around. Man, that song's so funky, man. That was yeah, man. But in going back, like we said before, Steve, like you said before, that is definitely that's a signature of Babyface and a lot of his tracks. You can feel that it has that Babyface feel. I just didn't know. I just didn't know. I don't know the Jessica. I don't know if I even ever seen the video, but I just know that was my Babyface track. All right, so we got a lot to get into as far as Babyface. Now let's move over to Teddy Riley. Steve, tell me what was your glimpse of Teddy? You on mute, that. Hold on. Don't talk to it. All right, go. What'd you say? Unmute yourself, Steve.
My bad. I said, check, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, baby. 1, 2, 3.
That was your first, really?
Wait, man. Oh, okay. Here's what a lot of people may not know about Teddy. And I found this one out later on in life. Not
the
like
show.
Yeah. Can I turn on Powerball Watch Cars?
Hold on.
All right.
Oh! Wow!
You hear that?
Wow! Wow! I didn't know that.
I used to live downtown, 120 High Street. Everything's upbeat.
Falling apart, nothing but girls at the door. We chill, nobody gets ill in the place. We cover a hill, but if you try them, that's when they will get wild. But they don't fight.
Wow, I didn't know that, man.
I remember parties.
I don't know, man. I didn't know that.
Girlies rubbing up in the dark. I was smooth.
I didn't know that, bro. I didn't know that.
That was one of my favorites. I love the Wild Wild West. I used to live downtown. 120
Oh my goodness. I didn't know that. Cool. What about you, Lo? What about you? What was your first Teddy impression?
Again, a song that I didn't find out he did until much later. Sorry, I'm trying to log out of this, trying to log into this with his boy. All right.
I can turn it on.
Yep, here. Give it to brother. The show. Sorry.
The show.
Yeah.
The show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let me stop my screen.
Yeah, the show for sure. Yeah. I
did
know that.
Credit on that. Yeah. That was probably my. I heard it, but didn't realize that was him.
Yeah.
Other than that, the first time I heard him and I knew it was him was Guy. That it was pretty much his production was Guy.
So, with that being said, this was the first Guy track I think I can remember hearing right here, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yes, sir. That.
Grooving.
Yes, sir. Man. Woo! Hey, man. That's a whole nother conversation. Yeah.
gonna be alright. Just you and I. Hey, let's make it out.
Just saw that. Man, I'm telling you.
Hey, girl, I'm in a romantic mood. Feeling good.
Yes, sir.
Won't you thrill me? Thrill me.
All right, yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Yeah, dog.
hey,
Hey.
we need to have a conversation.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm
Okay.
about to say something, Steve.
Okay.
So, remember when we were talking about sweetness, like things that, like, I think Teddy has a thing, man, and it's that church musician in him that
Good
makes him do
conversation.
a lot of the sweet stuff, like that bass line. Don't.
Yeah. That's true. That is very true. That's a very good point.
Oh,
That's a very good point. It can't be dismissed. It cannot be dismissed. You make a good point.
You can't, man. Or Michael Jackson, like Remember the Times. Like it was just
Ooh.
it had the sweetness in it, man. It had some like bruh.
I can't ever. Yeah, I can't ever dismiss that. You make a good point, Steve.
What's so crazy is it's just so crazy that Michael Jackson is considered the king of pop, and the bulk of his hits were produced by urban producers. Like he's the king of pop, but Teddy Riley did the late '80s run, because Quincy did it. Quincy and Rod Temperton and all them did it before then. Then after that, Dark Child did the second run.
It was Teddy then Dark Child, right?
Yeah, right. Teddy then Dark Child. Yep.
And then when did
Jam, all that, Remember the Time, Dangerous. Right. That's Teddy Riley.
Yeah.
Doug, that's a very good point, Carlos. That's a very good
it's just
point.
Crazy.
There.
He's king of pop, but his songs were done by urban producers.
So we talked about this, guys, before the show started. Can we talk about level of influence?
I think I think actually that's going to have to be the most important conversation, because if we're talking about hit to hit, it's kind of overwhelming if we just put it on paper. You know what I mean? If we go from that particular standpoint. If so, I hope everybody's still watching and they still on the YouTube page.
Oh yeah, they got us 5 minutes ago.
Really?
Yes. Blocked your video. Sony Music.
Well, I hope everybody's still on. Well, if that's the case, then we still would have been able to see that people were still on the podcast, but I don't see it.
That would explain the fact the comments are gone. I mean, nobody's commenting.
Are you on the YouTube page, Carlos?
Let me get to it right now.
Yeah, somebody still see somebody's on the podcast, so somebody's still on YouTube. So they can say, yep, LaJessica's still here. So she just posted, she said she's still here. Good. Hopefully everybody, if they are coming to the page or if they can't see the page, still stay on the podcast. Or come to the podcast. We're gonna keep rolling, man. We're gonna keep rolling. I hope everybody let's keep rolling. So hey, but that's a very, very good point, Steve, when we talk about the impact, because if we talk about simply about the tracks itself, it could become overwhelming, actually, when we look at how many people that Babyface has written for. Let's roll this off a minute. I want y'all to hear some of these songs that we probably won't get a chance to play tonight, but just want to roll this out of something that I wrote down. Another Sad Love Song, Tony Braxton. That was Babyface.
Yeah. Now I knew that Babyface was the creative engine behind Tony Braxton.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He was her, she was his muse, basically.
Right. How about this? He was the co-writer for Baby 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 by TLC.
Yeah. His artists, he was pretty much behind like all of his artists. Those are all signed to LaFace Records.
Right,
so
right.
Exactly. On his label.
Again, Breathe Again by Tony Braxton. Can We Talk Tevin Campbell.
Uh-huh.
How about this one? Count on Me by Whitney Houston and CeCe Winans. Didn't know. I didn't know that one.
Did the whole soundtrack.
Yep.
Joe did.
How about this one, bro? Down My Heart by The Boys.
Yep.
Hey, I didn't know it, but if you think about the
yeah, exactly.
That's Babyface all day.
Yes.
He did Don't Be Cruel by Bobby Brown. He did Every Little Step I Take by Bobby Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Humping Around by Bobby Brown. Of course, he did End of the Road, which I think is one of the greatest songs ever written.
Yeah. Your Eyes by Escape.
Your Eyes by Escape. Yep. Exhale on the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack to shoot to that song.
Oh yeah. I know you don't shoot.
Let me see. Man, he has so many.
Steve, you're right, man. This is basically overwhelming.
Yeah, it's all. We're going track, and we're going track for track.
Hey, let's be honest. The only person, a better versus probably. Now let's talk about this. Listen to what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Babyface, Quincy Jones.
Well, okay. I told y'all my pick, but nobody's, because I consider them the greatest producers ever in that league, simply because nobody can peg their sound. Like, you think that you can't figure out, you didn't know Babyface. Oh, I didn't know Babyface did that.
Right.
You throw Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis in there and literally be like, wait, there is no way they did that song. They have the most, like R. Kelly, Babyface. They have signature songs because you can basically pull, like, yeah, that's a Babyface song, because you can almost hear Babyface singing it. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis can go from Saturday Love by Alexander O'Neal to Sherelle to Any Time, Any Place, Janet Jackson. They're the most versatile producers, hands down.
That's a very good point.
Sounds of Blackness.
I think they're versatile. I just don't think they have the discography. The weight of discography.
If we're talking about hits, yeah, we're talking about things that charted, yes. But as far as like favorites, where it didn't have to hit a chart, like
I see you, Jessica. You put them in
where you throw it in like, whoa, that was my jam.
Yeah, I got
That's
you.
what I mean.
I got you. Well, I think, but I agree with both of y'all. I like that Quincy Jones match too, because I think there's a possibility. Hold on, some of them just hit me. Some of these just hit me too. Lucky Charm by The Boys. That's Babyface.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
My. Johnny Gill. That's Babyface.
Hey man, just go ahead and shut it down.
Hold on. Here's one could go back. Superwoman. I'm not just super. Babyface.
Yeah, again, his artist. If it's his artist, that's the one thing Faze did. If you were his artist, he did records for you.
Bro. Well,
I'm talking about not just records, hits, bro.
Yeah, I got a whole list, man.
He produced a song for Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yeah, I
have probably his hardest record. Like, as far as a record that's like the beat when it comes in, like, I think that's his hardest record. Like, we're used to Babyface and like the sweet records. His hardest record is probably Something in Your Eyes by Belle Biv. Like, when that beat comes in.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah,
I agree.
Beat so hard.
Look,
I agree.
I said this last week, but one of Jeff Bieber's favorite songs, and one of my favorite songs that Bieber sings, is written by Babyface.
Yeah,
bro, it's one of my favorite, and maybe we'll get to play it tonight. It's one of my favorite songs, man. I was like, I knew I liked this song when I found out Babyface wrote this, I was like, Babyface is probably one of the greatest writers of our time. And I don't know. So what is y'all's comparison between a Babyface and a Stevie Wonder?
I can't. Okay, so how long? We're going to sit on this just for a minute because we're going to get back to I don't want to knock Teddy Riley completely out. conversation because it's looking bad right now. But completely out of our conversation. Yeah. But to stay just for a moment on this, the only reason I wouldn't necessarily compare Stevie and Babyface is because though Babyface had a lot of hot tunes that he wrote for himself, I think he was actually more influential the tunes that he wrote for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Stevie is all hardcore himself. You understand what I'm saying? For me, like the song Stevie wrote was basically Stevie is the one that killed him. He performed them. You understand what I'm saying? So he was able to pull out of what he had in his own brain through his own vocals and through his own music too, rather than him sending his songs over to other people that were more influential than his own music. You see what I'm saying?
Steve, Baby ain't no slouch.
Oh wait, hold on. That's not what I'm saying. Babyface was cold blooded. I mean, I got a list of his songs that he did himself, Whip Appeal and all that. So I'm not saying he's a slouch by no means.
Right.
However, though, the songs that he wrote for other people, I could pull some of those that were greater. Like, I mean, I'm gonna go back to the Boys Men track. I mean, we talked about it last week when we were talking about what was the greatest thing Boys Men could have done. End of the Road is one of the one of the greatest written songs to this date that people are still, I mean, it don't matter. It covers so many generations, you know what I'm saying, right now, even still. That song comes up, man, people are going to know that chorus. You know what I'm saying? Although it's just it will live on forever. So I'm just saying, like, he has written songs for other people that is carried a little, you know, could be arguably carried more weight than his own songs himself. Stevie Wonder, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even separate the two. If you say it's a Stevie Wonder track, you probably hear Stevie Wonder singing it. You know what I mean? He's performing the whole thing. His chord structures, his crazy mindset of key changes in the middle of the stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you think about him trying to convince somebody to do that, what he got going on. That ain't it. You know, well, I'm getting excited just thinking about it. I get me just thinking about it, boy. Stevie Wonder's way of thinking, though.
The question is the world which person is the world drastically different without? And I would make the argument that Babyface, without Babyface, the world might be drastically different.
I would agree with that. If we're talking about Stevie and him, and that's why we're gonna get back to Teddy. But if we're talking about between Stevie and Babyface, I would say Babyface. But it's because Babyface, the songs he's written are more, they're more world likely. They're more they're easy listening. It's easy to people to grasp to what's going on musically. The structure, The structure of which Babyface writes is very easy to grasp. It's A-B, you know, structure. There's a structure to the way he writes. You understand what I'm saying? And everything. So it's not even about the musical part. So now don't get me wrong, the musical is great. But it's not about the musical blowing your mind parts about what Babyface is doing. His stuff is very relatable. Everybody can, you know, the lay person can grab hold to the style of which Babyface writes. You're gonna need, I mean, bro, you need, for some of the stuff that Stevie Wonder do, you need a musical genius to process what's happening. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're gonna need somebody that know music and say, "Oh, I get that right there." You know what I'm saying? He gonna have a couple of them that's gonna pop up there. I just called to say I love you. You know what I'm saying? Them tunes like that. Yeah, we can grab the lay person can grab that. You know what I'm saying? But everybody can't go through even just the key changes and Overjoyed. Sit down. Yeah, everybody can't sing Overjoyed. Everybody ain't finna play that. You hear me? You understand what I'm saying? He finna take you to school in them key changes. You better sit down. Think you finna just play that? No, sir.
For real, Jessica? We're not making love, Drew Hill?
Yeah, Babyface wrote that. Yeah. I agree with that. But hold on. So let's go back to Teddy Riley, please. Let's not whoop him because he's still cold. So everybody know, you know what I'm saying, Teddy Riley was first with Guy, and then he was with Blackstreet, right? So he wrote songs, of course, for Before I Let You Go, Can I Get a Kiss Goodnight? Teddy Riley. You understand what I'm saying? That's a classic. You can't lose that. No Diggity, No Doubt. You know what I'm saying? You can't get rid of that. Joy by Blackstreet was crazy. We go back to Guy, I Like, you know what I'm saying, which is again hot on TikTok because people dance to I Like right now. It's a TikTok dance, you know what I'm saying?
Right Here remix.
Right, exactly. Is it good to you? Heavy D, that's Teddy Riley. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and again, if we talk about impact, for me, the one song that would have kept him in. Oh wait, let's go back. Even Guy, Last Chill. That's Teddy Riley.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying? That's weight. That's some weight. You understand what I'm saying? That's some weight right there.
You got some weight on you.
Yeah, you got some weight. The Kissing Game. I like the way. That's the Kissing Game. Teddy Riley. He in there. You understand what I'm saying?
That ain't the only one. She's playing hard to get. Just can't handle it.
Yep. And then again, the one that would have kept him in the game for me, period. Remember the Time. That right there, that one song right there would have kept him in the game with me because that song itself still is it's a relevant track today. You understand what I'm saying? No matter what, everybody gonna know that's another one of those tracks that everybody's gonna remember. They're gonna remember that video. They're gonna remember the music they go to. You can't separate. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can't. And of course, to me, I mean, you had to have the perfect person to nail that song. Michael Jackson was the perfect person to nail it, but he nailed it though. You understand what I'm saying? Like he nailed that track. He made that thing. You better remember. You hear me? Everybody better remember the way Michael Jackson sang that tune. But Teddy, that's a Teddy track. So we can't dismiss. It's not about necessarily dismissing Teddy. And when we start talking about impact, that makes it a more a meatier conversation. If we say the impact of the one, because again, if we gonna list song to song, Babyface, I mean, he loaded. You hear what I'm saying? He loaded when it comes to that. But impact, that could be a different conversation. So, I don't know, bros. This one, I could only pull tracks, or I could pull a season of my life to make me start taking all of these songs and saying, okay, was this impactful at this part of my life? And how much did that song impact me? And say, oh yeah, he had something to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Or I look at the other one and be like, oh well, yeah, this person had something to do with that. And for me, man, Teddy Riley, and I go back. I like when he was with Guy. I mean, when Teddy Riley was with Guy, man, all of them tracks. I remember this one song. I don't know if I'm even supposed to. Maybe I shouldn't say this song, but boy, this one song got a lot of folk in trouble though. I heard it. I was in high school. I was in the 9th grade. It was a song off record, boy. I don't know if Aaron Hall wrote that one or Teddy Riley wrote it, but I think Teddy Riley. It was called "Tease Me."
Oh yeah.
Oh my. First of all, it sounds great. The song is excellent. But boy, the stuff that's happening in the song is not something that my grandma, nor my mama, nor none of my aunties would have been happy about at all. And I was like, "Ooh, but it sounds great though."
Bro, that first Guy album was just
jeez.
And
that was trouble.
Remember, I Miss You?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Oh no, it wasn't godly, Lejeska, at all. I'm telling you, the first time I heard it, actually, our tubas played it as a fanfare when I was in high school, and I was like, man, what is that song? What is this song? Boy, I snuck up and found that song. Ooh, I was like, I am not supposed to be listening to this song. At all. I ain't supposed to be listening to it on no level of life, and especially not not in the ninth grade. I was not supposed to be hearing what I heard on that track, but it's a hot track though. I mean, so but again, man, it was some weight, bro. And let's talk about this too, though. I mean, when we talk about from a production standpoint, we also can talk about the mainstream of happening at that time. Babyface, the backing that he had and the people that he was writing for were a lot of mainstream singers. You understand what I'm saying? There are a lot of mainstream people. Teddy Riley, pretty much wrote for, Guy had some tracks, but they wasn't mainstream like a Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So they had tracks you couldn't play. You know what I'm saying? They had songs like, you can't play that one on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Type thing. Pretty much everything Mike wrote, even that Teddy Riley produced, you could play. You know what I'm saying?
Can we talk about the influence of the New Jack Swing for a whole era? Everything.
Yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. That's right. What's your thoughts on it, Steve? What you think about
I mean, so it makes me wonder, and what the question is in my mind is, Teddy started a movement. I would not say that Babyface started a movement, a style where
Matter of fact, Babyface took some of Teddy's movement.
Exactly. A lot of people was copying the New Jack Swing, and they was like, "Wait, is that Teddy?" No, it was somebody copying Teddy's style.
Yep.
And if you were up on the times, you knew that. Like you knew, oh, somebody New Jack Swinging. All of the producers started New Jack Swinging like after that. So that's a really good point, Lo.
Like humping around, you could easily associate that with a Teddy Riley track.
You very well could. Yep. So my thing is,
that's a good
if
point.
we're talking about weight and if we're talking about like influence, what are we saying?
That's good, Jessica.
Is Teddy again not out of the conversation? Come back, Teddy. You can come back in the room.
Come back in the room.
Come back, man.
Come back in the room. Yeah, he can come back in the room.
You ain't done yet, my boy. You got a little life in you.
I think Babyface just inherited the fact that he was such a big hit maker. He was kind of the default go-to. It's just the fact that, a lot of the steam or the potential tracks that could have gone to other producers went to Teddy because he was the easy choice. Like, Boys to Men, well, a lot of the people, it kind of, that whole stable, that Atlanta stable, Babyface, Dallas Austin.
Yeah, right.
Dallas, Motown Philly, that's Dallas Austin.
Right.
True.
Can we talk about those songs that Babyface wrote for Boys and Men? They really didn't want them.
That's what I'm referring to. They didn't want "I'll Make Love to You." They
didn't want "I'll Make Love to You." They was like, "This is trash."
And got on the phone. Dallas Austin was there, I think, at the studio. He said, I forgot the guy. Is it Louis Silas, who has my last name? It was him or whoever the guy was or the exec was over MCA at the time. He got on the phone and said, "No, y'all gonna sing this song."
Like I said,
right? Like I said, you gonna sing this song.
Look, and Dallas Austin, that's why he really don't fool with Boys and Men, to this day, because they was rotten.
Really,
so they was like.
They were talking noise about Face in according to him, he said they were talking noise to Face in his face. Right there. Face.
Like, bro, this trash, bro.
Like, I don't need all of
it. Well, that's a big mistake because at the end of the day, the songs that we recognize by them were written by Babyface. So so that
and Babyface and Jimmy Jam on Bended Knee, that's Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Oh.
Matter of fact, a lot of the early 90s hits, Jimmy Jam and Face and them got the production duties. Like on Bobby Brown, it was both of them. They were the two producers on it. If it wasn't a song produced by Face, it was Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And they have 90% of Janet's discography. That's all Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Every single song, every single hit. You think of it, That's all Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Every single one that was actually a major hit.
Wow.
Anytime, any place, That's the Way Love Goes. That's all Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Every single one of them.
Hey man, I'm gonna start putting myself out there. Somebody sing my song,
Right.
because I would just find me one good artist. I'm saying you singing all my songs.
Telling you,
and you gonna just make
Bro.
it.
and everybody started coming to you.
So okay, so here we go, because we've been here 45 minutes. So let's go on and crush it on down. We can play songs all night, but we're not gonna do that, obviously.
All night long. We can
So
really play all night.
we really could. So when we still talk about the weight, though, now that we're talking about the conversation about weight, that changes. That makes it more even for me. The more I think about it. When we talk about weight now, again, we're not talking about song for song, track for track, but we're talking about the weight of the tracks that were put out there. And Babyface got a whole lot of weighted tracks. However, the ones that Teddy did put out,
Teddy has a per capita. He's got a per capita. That's why you put out. You do that.
He got some.
Did we mention another one of my favorite Babyface songs? The one he did with Madonna.
Oh, we didn't mention it, but
I need to play a little piece of it.
A little piece of it, so we know what we're talking about.
The show is over. Say goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite songs, man.
Man,
it's so sweet, bro. It's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Take a bow, the night is over. This masquerade is getting older. Lights are low, the curtains down. There's no one here. Say your lines, but do you feel them?
Yes, Jessica. We just talked about it. We just swinging on it.
When there's no one around, watching you, watching me. One lonely star. I've always been in love with you. I guess you always known it's true. You took my love for granted. Why? Oh, why? The show is over. Say goodbye.
Yeah, that's a Babyface track. You sure can.
And that's one of Madonna's biggest, strongest songs to this day. And Babyface wrote it. And Madonna is a freaking icon.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Steve, what you saying that though? What you saying that? And
I'm saying that I'm kind of working it out. But if you're able to write songs that we consider for artists that we consider icons, and this is one of their top 3 ever.
But I'm with you.
He wrote for Michael Jackson, so
Teddy
did Michael Jackson.
And I'm saying it though, but that's my thing about that. That was my deal about Teddy, because Teddy got a long list of that for Michael Jackson too. And we consider, I know some people, I saw this page the other day that said they were debating on whether they like the black Michael Jackson or the white or the lighter Michael Jackson, and which one would they go with? Well, the truth be told, I love both of them. You know what I'm saying? But the lighter Michael Jackson was Teddy Riley and Dark Child. You understand what I'm saying? And but a lot of that, I mean, again, man, remember the time. I'm telling you, I still can't get over remember the time.
But
I
Steve,
can't get over it.
okay, Michael Jackson, King of Pop. But if you remove Michael Jackson, which is a big ask, from the conversation, and just utilize everybody else besides Michael.
See
Because you gotta understand, Michael is Michael, but Michael is only one person.
That's true. But that's very, very true. I think that one of the things that Teddy may have got mixed up in I think one of the things that Teddy May got mixed up in is the same thing that we could have looked at with Stevie Wonder, which is he performed a lot of his track. Like if you look at Guy and you look at Black Street, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like was included in his bunch in a lot of ways. But again, Babyface wrote for more. Most of his songs were more hits there. And you think about it too, it was very versatile, like you just said. For Madonna, Tony Braxton, Boys the Men, Bobby Brown, all of these are different style, singers. You know what I'm saying? And they all work. Mariah Carey, yep. Johnny Gill, The Boys. I mean, he TLC. It's, I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Bieber. It wasn't a hit, but it's one of my favorite songs.
All right, so I don't know, man. I think the verdict, I think it's who you like, because I mean, at the end of the day, it could come from a lot of different angles. If we were just going based off of, if we was going just based off of, we were going based off of a song here too, man. I still say, remember the time. I mean, I can't get off of it. If I had to pull one song, I know, Steve. I know, man.
What say you, Los? What say
it's
you?
Just, everything, the stars just aligned for Face. You got to keep in mind, not only was he the go-to guy for a lot of hit makers.
True.
So he produced outside of labels. He had a label too, and he had a machine because you had Arista. And LaFace is arguably the greatest sub-major label in history. If you go back and look at the roster,
very, very true.
The artist that ran that label, it just
really, you make a good point, Carlos.
Fight.
Carlos,
that's another nobody's fight.
That's a good point, though.
Tony, TLC,
yeah,
Usher.
You got a good point.
Outkast, Goody Mob, all these artists were signed to Baby. You just didn't have a fight. You weren't gonna win that.
Yeah, it's kind of ugly after that.
It just
okay. Thanks for giving us that final stat, Carlos. That's right.
And Teddy did have his own label for a while, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, but it just wasn't on the level. I mean, because when you look at the artists that were on the label, he just really never got that type of roster. He just never built that roster. He had a lot of business issues, and I think a lot of decisions that he kind of screwed up on.
Can we be honest that a really or is this? Am I on an island with this take? My take is, you can't build a imprint label without hit songs. So what I mean by that, if you lack the ability to stamp, like, whoever you bring on your roster to give them a hit, to get them started, here, my son, I bestow upon you a hit. If you can't do that, you really don't have a chance.
Yeah, you got a good point, Steve. But let me say this too, based on what Carlos just said. I think it also shows what it looks like to have money. And what I mean by that is when you got a label that's not only backing you financially, but bringing in the kind of talent that you can put on a roster. You know what I'm
Plus,
saying?
look
Like
where he
that.
was. He
And
he,
then you
he
have
inherited the city.
They
Atlanta
were the
was
kings
the
of
city.
Atlanta. They were the
They
kings of the
everybody
whole
nobody
city.
was trying to go anywhere else. Everybody's trying to go to the face or so
You're
death.
right. You're
so
right.
when you
Nobody want to go
add
anywhere
that,
else.
yeah, when you add that up and you have somebody with their own independent label, I don't care how bad you are, you know, you got to scrap really, really hard just to get the roster first. Just to get the roster to have, if you got a good roster, man,
Steve,
go ahead.
we're acting like Teddy was a script. Teddy
No,
was
no,
not.
no, no.
No, what I mean in
Uh,
influence. A
oh
lot of
yeah.
well, Teddy was in Virginia. Teddy had Virginia on lock. Like
I-
Devontae and Timberland
yeah,
and Missy and all of them
true.
and the Neptunes. Like they're from Teddy's tree.
So,
Yeah, but they
and
didn't
you're
stay with
right.
Teddy.
They didn't stay with Teddy.
They went
And,
to MCA.
and that's what I was about to say. That's my whole point. The roster that you have is the first thing, and longevity of the roster. You know what I'm saying? If you're still able to write for them and still produce hits, you know what I'm saying, is the thing. Hitting one or two, yeah, cool. But that's what I'm saying, and that's why I think the money part comes in it. I think the influence when it comes to that. If you got, man, it's just the truth. In this game, it's a jewel if we can find an artist who came from the roots up by themselves like a Prince and say, okay, you know what? I'm doing it all by myself. I'm gonna still make an influence. You know what I'm saying? And you and think about the show that we did when we talked about all four. A lot of people was knocking Prince out the box because of the fact of, you know, from their line of what we looked at as influence, or even just the opportunity to even know all of the tracks that he has done musically based on money when it comes to other big labels and saying, you know what, not only do we got ghostwriters or we got the best writers for this artist that nobody ain't never heard of, we gonna create them to be exactly how the world feels and what they want to hear, how they want to hear music. You know what I'm saying? And say, that's what we're gonna do. And the big people that got the money, they probably don't even know nothing about the artist, man. They just got the money. You know what I'm saying? They just got the money to say, hey, make us this money back. That's all we need you to do. We're gonna give you some money, and we need you to make this money back. Whoever the producers or whoever writing their songs, just do a really, really good job. Y'all hollers back at us. You know what I'm saying? When the album record, let me know how much we make back, and we're gonna do it again. We'll do it again in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. I think Babyface just ran up on a gold mine. Don't get me wrong, he's excellent. Babyface is excellent, but he had a roster, bro. Like Carlos said, he had a roster, and he had people that his songs ended up in people's laps. That was like, yeah,
I mean,
you know.
the head of your label is Clive Davis. End of story.
Which I
Clive
heard
Davis.
was really, he like appears like a meek old man, but I heard Clyde Davis was a fool back in the day. Like,
I mean,
crazy.
I can see that. I can see that. So man, I think we kind of we love both of them, obviously.
They really do, but one gotta
go. So Steve, what do you say then? Who do you think? Who do you think that we would say conversation wise? I do too.
For Teddy's influence. Shut the door. Good night. Teddy's influence, but when I go down, so to me, when you're talking about that many songs that we were just rattling off from Babyface, ones that we didn't know, I think that the influence goes deep, it's exponential. It even goes deeper than we even know. The influence goes deeper. The roots go deeper. Like when you're talking about hundreds of songs that like were able to see the light of day, and we could say that were general hits. Like we're getting up to about, we're talking about tens and tens and tens of songs I think the influence is deeper than we can ever imagine, and
I
for
agree.
that reason, I gotta go with Babyface.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Lone, your thoughts, my brother?
I gotta concur, man. You know, again, just to kind of piggyback off the earlier point, he was able. Everybody was coming to him because of what he had built as far as that hit maker. He was on the charts for everything, and he was doing what a lot of producers weren't doing for their artists. Babyface was producing whole albums for his artists, darn near, well, at least 80% of it. Anyway, you know, a lot of producers, they get you on there. I'm gonna do about 3-4 songs, and we'll let you go to this producer. Babyface, like, no, this whole the face movement, I'm gonna give you about half the songs on this album. And with that, you just got all. That's why all these artists got, his LaFace crew has so many hits by him, because him and LA did pretty much the bulk of production. You couple that with with the folks that he was dealing with outside of the label, man, it's just overwhelming. It's just too much.
It's too.
You know,
it's an insurmountable distance.
Yeah, you just can't really do anything with it. And the fact that even in the early 2000s, he was still hanging on. I heard people complaining about the fact this tour with him and Kim. They were like, "Why he go first?" It was like it was Kim's tour. Like, why he going first?
Wow.
Babyface supposed to go last.
True.
Like, it's crazy, man. He's a bad boy.
Yeah. Well, I think we all agree. Okay, it's Babyface. I think I don't know.
It was closer, but it was
closer.
It was closer than when I first.
It was close. It was closer
in gravity.
I totally agree. But yeah, Babyface, with everything that was, everything that he had, the tools that he had. It's for me. It's about the tools that he had to be able to be successful, and that we will. Again, it's not, Teddy has songs too, but when we look at the weight of it all, you know what I'm saying? I think that there are more connections there are more connections to the music land and the different genres of music through Babyface than Teddy when you look at it. You just put up a Madonna track. You understand what I'm saying? There are a lot of people who listen to Madonna who have never heard who Boys to Men are. You understand what I'm saying? And so, or you know what I'm saying? So they hit different generations, different people, different genres of singers. And I think Babyface songwriter, as far as the weight is concerned, I think because we let me say this, and we'll be done. But you can almost look at it like this. This probably could have been another argument or another discussion. We could look at Teddy Riley's style musically and talk about Babyface style of songwriting. You understand what I'm saying? And saying the weight of either on that side. Teddy Riley had a style musically that was undeniable, but Babyface had a style lyrically that was undeniable. You understand what I'm saying? And his writing hit more genres of artists. You know what I'm saying? And then the one bulk of Teddy Riley's style of music itself, the listening. You know what I'm saying? Music itself. So that's another discussion. I think that could have been good, but yeah, man, I enjoy both of them. But I think as far as the weight, we got it. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to argue that it's not Babyface. So good discussion.
Los, you were about to say something, Los. You remember what you were about to say?
Oh no, I was just kind of I was looking at this lineup. I was this whole Lovers and Friends festival, and now it was just kind of crazy to me that most of the headliners have tracks by Babyface.
Hey, that's something. That's crazy.
TLC, Usher, Brandy, Monica.
I like
it. It's crazy.
I like it, man. All right, man. Babyface is our go-to today. So Yeah, man. So before we get out of here, man, first of all, I want to thank y'all. We know it's a switch. I can see that our video is still actually playing on Facebook. For some people, they can't comment, but it is still running. Either way, we thank y'all for hanging in there, y'all. This is the reason why we got to make this switch because the smallest thing. So y'all gonna bear with us as we make this transition to YouTube. Jessica, we thank you for hanging in. I don't know who else is watching, but thank you. We're gonna keep it rolling this way. We're gonna be consistent and do everything we can to make this transition smooth for everybody.
Bro, can I just say that this conversation is really fun for me?
I like it.
Like, I love this kind of stuff. This is my stuff.
Yeah.
Like, this is where, like, yeah.
Yeah, this is a good conversation, man. This is a good conversation. So, and before we get out and everybody, Steve, you got your final thoughts, man? Well, I think you just said this is just your comment. Yeah, good. Lo, you got any final comments, man, before we head out?
No, man. Like kind of like what Steve said, just these conversations where you can kind of just revisit some of the heritage of these artists and kind of just kind of go deep down and kind of discover some of the stuff that you didn't even know they did.
Cool.
And even link to other stuff. And it's
man. I'm glad y'all said that, both of y'all, because I hope, man, that we can find a way with what's going on in the world right now, that we can find a way, and hopefully we hope that we are bringing some type of peace to your homes, to put your mind in a different conversation and then all the craziness that's going on in the world right now. I'm praying for the all of the shootings happen, even just today. When somebody went in California in the church, shot up the place, killed a person.
About that, man.
So, I mean, it's crazy. We know what happened yesterday up in
Buffalo.
In Buffalo, about the people getting killed. I mean, listen, man, it's tough out here. It's tough out here, and we know that we're not the saviors of the world. We know that, but we hope that we can draw the attention that hopefully even the people that's thinking crazy something can start to engage their mind into something else that's positive and productive outside of them needing God. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be real about that. But that's the number one. But secondly, just something that we can all stay focused on, something that's positive. You know what I'm saying? And not destructive. Because this is crazy out here, man. So I appreciate everybody. I'm praying for everybody. Praying it too, again, COVID is still up. Listen, again, everybody still take care of yourself, do what you need to do, you know what I'm saying, because it's still out there. We're gonna keep pushing, man. We're gonna keep hoping for the best. I hope at some point everything goes away. I know that evil is in the world, but we see it all the time. It is what it is, but we just do our best to love as hard as you can. Do your best to love and don't be a part of the problem. All right. So we don't have nothing else, man. We're gonna get ready to see y'all next week. Let y'all know what's popping off. Look for the promos, but be prepared to go to the YouTube page. All right. All right. Well, y'all take care again. Like we always say, if you have time, you have an opportunity. Love on your people. Make that phone call. Get that hug. Not too tight, but do what you need to do. All right. Y'all take care. Peace and love. Be good.
See, you know what I'm saying?